some ads popping up. Let me skip those, and then we'll say hi to everybody. Right there. Let's say hi to everybody. There we go. Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming out to the April 2021 meeting of the Glendale Coin Club. Appreciate you guys being here. And I mean, some of you guys have been waiting here for hours and hours, it looks like, according to the chat room. So appreciate all of you guys showing up for tonight's meeting. We got a really good meeting planned for everyone. So hope you're all excited about that. But I guess before we get started, Don, we should probably do the Pledge of Allegiance. What do you think?
Absolutely.
All right, so let's go ahead. And I got the flag right there. I'll go ahead and figure out how to make that full screen right there. And if you guys want to at home want to join by standing and saying the pledge with us, I encourage you to do so. So, Don, let's do it.
All right.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Thank you very much. Set the flag aside there, and we'll go back to the layout with Don there. And again, if you're not familiar with the Glendale Coin Club, we are the Glendale Coin Club, Southern California, founded in March 1959. We've always had our meetings, at least as long as I know about it, on the second Friday of the month, and that is where we're at right now. We're known as the Friendly Club. I've been the president for several years. Don, SoCal Box Breaks here on YouTube, been the club secretary for the last few years as well, too. As you know, it's been more than a year since we've been able to meet in person at our La Crescenta Library Community Meeting Room. Hopefully we can get back there soon. I haven't heard any details on that yet. I'll let you know as soon as I hear. And I've gotten a couple of people asking about it recently, about whether we're going to try to keep the online meetings going. And yes, we're going to try to do something. I don't know how we're going to do that or how much of the meeting will be able to be put online, but we'll work on something. We'll figure something out. Again, this is our 13th meeting online since we had to stop our normal online meetings. And all the other 12 meetings you can still watch those right here on the YouTube channel anytime you want to. If you missed them, you can even watch back the live chat when you're on the computer. And there's a playlist on the channel. If you need help finding those, just send me an email and let us know. I'd be happy to help you with that. The meetings all had really good guest speakers, great programs, and gotten tons of positive feedback about all the meetings. So I encourage you to check those out. All right, we have giveaway prizes tonight, free giveaway prizes for those of you viewing at home. And we got some cool ones here. And all you got to do to get in the giveaway is just say something in the chat room at some time tonight. Don Barry has been writing down raffle tickets with everybody's name on them. And after the speaker and the presentation and we do show and tell, we'll go ahead and choose lucky winners. We have a couple coins here donated by Gordon O'Rourke. This one here is a presidential dollar, George Washington, MS-68, graded by Ngc. There's a 1982 Canadian silver dollar, a 1959 proof Lincoln cent, proof 69 red by Ngc, real high grade, really nice. We got one of our copper Glendale Coin Club medals, a 2020 60th anniversary. These are done by Dan Carr of the Moonlight Mint. So we got one of those going out. And it's got an image of a reproduction of the 1869 Pacific Railway medal design. He did a really great job on those for us. And also up for grabs are two 2020 Silver Eagles. So we'll have two lucky winners taking home a Silver Eagle for free tonight. Not bad, not bad. So again, if you want to get in on that, just say something in chat tonight. And if you're not sure Don sees you, ask him and he'll confirm. NCFXSTI just donated $10 to the Glendale Coin Club through the super chat. Awesome. I really appreciate that. And so do all the club members. And you're one of them too. You guys are all members of the club now. Just by being here. Because that means a lot. So thanks, guys. Appreciate that. All right. We also have we're going to do an auction after we do the speaker and show and tell. And again, all the items are owned by the Coin Club and proceeds will go to our Coin Club. We also had a few auction lots donated tonight. A couple by Gordon O'Rourke, one by Dennis Berry, and then a couple by Greg Berkovitz. So thank you guys for that. There's also a couple giveaways on YouTube right now that you guys can enter. One of them, I'll put the link in right now. On my channel, I do a monthly free coin giveaway. So there's the link for that. Another one that I'll put a link in here is JW Coins and Hobbies, who's a friend of ours. He's doing a 3,000 subscriber giveaway and giving away a whole bunch of stuff. So I know you guys like getting in those free giveaways. So there's a link to that, and the mods can repeat those links as they see fit. Other announcements, coin shows, coin club meetings are around in Southern California are still pretty much canceled and shut down. I think there's a show in Fresno next weekend. I don't know if you know about that, Don. I think that's what it is.
I do. Mm-hmm.
I don't know any of the details, so you might want to check into that before making that trip. I don't know if you have any details on that for anyone, Don.
I don't. I've just heard about it at the store.
Okay. I know there's another show in Las Vegas early May. The June 17th, 19th Long Beach was canceled, unfortunately, but hopefully we'll be back. I know they got a show scheduled September 30th through October 2nd, so hope we can do that. Just like I hope we can do our August Arcadia show for NASC and even our October Glendale Coin Club show, but I've been told so far that we're not going to be able to do our Glendale show in October, but we'll see. Maybe things will change by then. Hopefully. But remember, even though shows and meetings are canceled, lots of stuff you can do online, including checking out all of our online meetings. Also on the Numismatic Association of Southern California website, there's a list of online club meetings all over the area, different clubs. Some do Zoom, some do other stuff. JW Coins and Hobbies just donated $10.01 to the Coin Club. Thank you very much. He's at work right now, but might stop in later. You can always watch this whole thing back later, JW, just like anyone. So thanks for being here and thanks for the donation. So again, Jim Phillips put up a good list of different Coin Club meetings all over the area that you can access online. Before we get started, John Duff also submitted the following announcement. He wanted everyone to know that Bill McIver passed away in March. Bill McIver was the past president of CTCC, the Condor Token Collector, editor and published with Thomas Powell Publications of the reprint of the provincial token coinage of the 18th century. It's the go-to catalog for numismatists who buy and sell the condors. He not only bought and sold condor tokens, but enjoyed sharing his vast knowledge about condor tokens with so many fellow numismatists, and he's going to be missed by the community that he loved. So I wanted you guys all to know about that. A couple other quick announcements. Remind everybody you need to join the ANA. That is our National Coin Club. All collectors need to be supporting that, and they have a great magazine too. And if you want to support a regional organization, Numismatic Association of Southern California put out the California Numismatist magazine quarterly, real great, and you'll be supporting a lot of the local coin clubs in California. So if you need help joining either of those organizations or both of them, contact me and I'll definitely help you out with that.
Hey, can I intervene for a second?
Yes, you can.
All right, I got some information on the Fresno show. It's the Fresno County show. It's Saturday and Sunday. Let's see. Saturday is 10 to 6. Sunday is 10 to 4 at the American Legion Hall.
Next weekend, not this weekend.
Yes. Right? Yes. Okay. And that's at 3509 North 1st Street in Fresno. Okay.
Well, there you go. If you want to make a trip up to Fresno, you can actually go to a coin show for the first time in a year. All right. All right, I think we're ready for our speaker. We're going to have a program tonight presented by Jeff Garrett on pricing rare coins in today's world. Mr. Garrett is a longtime coin dealer and hobbyist with extensive expertise in rare coin values. He's currently the senior editor of the Guidebook of U.S. Coins, which everyone knows as the Red Book, past president of the ANA from 2015 through 2017, member of the ANS board and knowledgeable grader, evaluator, and speaker on coins in general. His latest educational outreach program having been presented on this topic through the ANA e-Learning Academy. He's also written and published several books. We're really lucky to have Jeff Garrett present to our club, and a real special thanks to Walt Ostermecki, who I've seen in the room tonight already, for helping to book this program for our club and for all of you. So hello, Jeff. How are you?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you guys having me tonight.
Definitely. Thank you very much. And if you want to do any other introductions or anything, you can. I think that, that's what Walt presented to us, all the information, and feel free. I'll pull up your program. You got to just maximize your PowerPoint. Don't forget to do that.
Okay, let me do that here. Just get 1 second.
Yep. And that looks good. And then if you
where's the maximize thing?
At the very bottom, next to the what do you call it? Right next to the
Slideshow.
that one, slideshow.
There we go.
Perfect.
Okay.
And there you go.
Okay, everybody can see my my PowerPoint there now.
Everyone can see your PowerPoint, and it is now full screen.
Okay, good. Well, I guess I'm locked and loaded. So, well, I appreciate everybody inviting me tonight to be part of your club meeting. I just as to mention, I think coin clubs are really like the bedrock foundation of our hobby. I started in coin clubs when I was around 10, 12 years old in the St. Pete, Clearwater, Florida area, and I had a lot of mentors that would help me be, I guess, introduce me to the hobby and all the things that do with, education and things like that. And I think it's really, really important. And I'm so happy to see that coin clubs are still thriving and that you guys are finding a way to make it happen even during COVID and also concentrating on some numismatic education. So I applaud you guys for keeping it all going. I love coin clubs. Well, I'm going to start my talk tonight is about pricing rare coins in today's world. And the reason this is an important subject is no matter what you collect, if you're a coin collector, pricing is an important issue because when you're either buying or selling, you kind of need to know how to figure out what to either ask for a coin or try to figure out what to pay for a coin. So it is important information, and we're all lucky that there's so many tools to do that with. And I'll explain that more into talk here about what we have to work with those things. So a little bit before I start this talk, I'd like to give a little bit about the history of coin prices in America. And it goes back, starting back in the 1880s, I went through my library and pulled a couple of catalogs. There's price catalogs began probably around, I think the earliest ones were really around the 1859 time period. That was right after they stopped making large pennies. And the first coin boom in America was really the result of when they stopped making large cents and made small cents. People started looking around and started collecting coins, especially large cents and colonials and other things of those like I guess early Americana and Washingtonian things. So that really kind of kicked off coins. And by the 1880s, it was actually a pretty thriving hobby. And some people were making, here's a catalog of coins and medals by the Bangs and Company, and I think that was in New York City with Edward Frossard. Now, fast forward probably about 100 years. We'll go like later. The probably one of the very first thing that a lot of people think about when they think about pricing coins is a gray sheet. I think I would think most of you guys all know what a gray sheet is. It's the Coin Dealer newsletter, and this is from my one of my files. I actually keep. I've been saving gray sheets for decades. I like to have them for research purposes, and this is the one I pulled out from 1963. And if any of you guys here are kind of old enough to remember back in the 1960s. In the 1960s, it's kind of funny. When you pull up a gray sheet, or even like the Numismatist or some of the other publications that time period, the biggest part of the coin market was actually BU rolls and proof sets. And you can look through these price guides, and it's like you wouldn't even think that rare coins existed. It's almost like they're non-existent in these price guides. People were so obsessed by BU rolls and proof sets. And the Coin Dealer, it's called, you see there, it says called the Coin Type Teletype newsletter. I don't have a picture of it, but I still remember back in the late 70s, almost every coin shop had this thing called a teletype machine. And it was a network around the country where dealers could communicate with each other, and they would be offering buys and sells, almost like a stock ticker. It's I don't know, it's hard how to describe it, but it was people could communicate, and it still is successful. They call it still now the Coin Dealer newsletter, but they kind of take out the teletype thing. But they're later the teletype system morphed into what I think today now it's successor companies is called the Certified Coin Dealer CCEs is it called. So, and that's now, it's all electronic, it's on the internet, but it's still a system where people can post bids and can communicate with each other. Now, when I told you this is like gray sheet files, I have in my office, I have filing cabinets full of these old gray sheets because they occasionally come in handy. I recently bought a hoard of a commemorative $50. There was like several hundred of one coin, and the person offered them to me. And I was interested in going back and looking at some old gray sheets from like 2 or 3 years ago, 5 years ago, and 10 years ago to see if the prices had been stable and make sure they hadn't been run up in recent like 6 or 8 months to make sure someone wasn't manipulating the prices on them. So it was really a good tool to be able to have that. I do quite a bit of I write articles, and also the book projects I do. Sometimes these files can come in handy because you can kind of see what was going on at any kind of snapshot. Like if I want to go back and look back to like 1989 when there was a coin boom, I could see what was popular and what was happening. So these things are really good to have. And also the gray sheet, I think you can order back copies of the gray sheet through the Coin Dealer newsletter. So if you're specialized in a series, you can go back and do some research and get those old copies. Now, this is probably one of the main reasons I'm talking today is because I am now the senior editor of Redbook. And the Redbook was one of the more seminal price guide developments in the hobby. It came out in the 1946. I think first issue is 47, but 46, 47. This year is going to be the 75th anniversary of the Redbook. I saw the other day, it just hit the bookshelves at coin shop. So they've just come out. The Redbook is, I think if someone did some little research, is one of the best selling nonfiction books of all time. It's last Whitman told me there's 25 million copies have been sold to date. So that's really, that's when you think about it, that's a lot of books over a long period. And when I was first started in the hobby, getting real serious about it, probably 1974, 1975, the late 70s, I remember that I would go into a coin shop and some people would say, well, I can't price that coin because the new Redbook's coming out in about 2 weeks and I want to see what the prices are going to be. So it's so different back in those days that, we're also lucky now. You can, at the touch of your fingers, you can pull up so much information on your telephone. I mean, your phone, and also on the internet, and find out things so much quickly. Back in those days, a book that came out once a year was the price guide. One of the things too is when I talk to people about the Redbook, I get a lot of questions about how we put together our Redbook, and this is probably the key to the Redbook. And what makes the Redbook special is our contributors. And if you look at this list, I have developed since I became the editor of Redbook, I've made a real big effort to try to break down the Redbook into sections and to have experts in those different sections. So to be able to do my, to help me out with do the pricing. So to me, that's really even though the Redbook still comes out once a year, it's a very valuable price guide. And it's also not just a price guide. It has, it's kind of like the go-to place for mintages, vintage figures. It has, probably is the source of it's probably the definitive source for commemorative, I'm sorry, not commemoratives, but colonial coinage. Also territorial coinage. It's probably the book that everyone uses for that. And also the different series. It'll have all the modern coins. It has all the new issues. We try to photograph every coin. And if anybody wonders how Redbook is put together, starting around October, November, I take the Redbook and I break it down into Excel spreadsheets with each of these sections. And I think if you count on them, it's like 25 different sections of the Redbook. And what I do is I will email that section. So if you're one of the 10 people that are into colonials, I will email those people the spreadsheets for colonials. And then what I do is I ask them to try to go through and look for changes that they think in the retail prices. And then if they make a change, they do it maybe red or blue and change the color so I can see it. And they email that back to me. And then I digest that and compare it with, one thing it's a big job is I need to compare, I might get, 8 people send back pricing for the same kind of items. And I have to average them and try to, maybe throw out somebody who is like, I know that might have a particular coin that he's trying to lobby. And, it's the editor's job is kind of like being a referee. I need to make sure that their prices are correct. And also I double check them. If someone has a price that's radically different than it was the year before, then I go to a next step. I can go through and check auction records, which I'll talk extensively about here in a little bit about how that works. But I can do some double checking and then maybe check with some of the other experts. Occasionally, like colonials were a good example. there was a lot of radical changes on colonials in the last 5 years because primarily because there were massive collections of colonials that entered the marketplace. There were, I'm trying to think some of the collections that were, I can't think of all the top of my head, but there were, the Partridge collection, for instance, is one of them. There were Bowers and Stax Bowers had 2 or 3 major sales, and coins like the New England shilling dropped from around $350,000 to around $200,000 over the period of about 4 or 5 years because of oversupply of those super rare coins. The markets now has starting to stabilize, and they're starting to ease back, come back up a little bit. And some of the real mega rarities and colonials are actually performing exceptionally well. Recently there were some New Jersey colonials that sold for world record prices, topped off by the, I think one of the last coins I put in the new red book that just came out was the Brasher of Boone that brought $9.3 million. So it's really important to have these experts to be able to contribute to my pricing. Another thing too is numismatic scholarship changes on different things. There may be a hoard come out of a coin, so experts will know more about that than than average person that might know, or I might know about it. One of the good example of that is on the colonial section, and it's still being a debate right now, is the Continental Dollar. And I'm not sure if you guys have all read some of the information that's been in the Numismatist and a couple of the others, but for decades, if not generations, the Continental Dollar was thought to have been made in the colonies and was a replacement possibly for continental currency and like an authorized coin. But more recently, they found evidence that the coin was actually made in Europe and really was just like more of like a token, more almost like a condor token for the colonies. So it's funny how we have to word that carefully and make sure that we're still trying to wade into that and not destroy the coin and be careful about how we present it. So Red Book is also about numismatic scholarship, and we try to present that as accurately as we can and also in a timely manner. Now I'm going to go back to price guides a little bit. This is one of the most important price guides that has ever been out in large quantities. Back in the 1930s, I'm sure if some of you guys have ever been to any book sales or maybe at the A&A or somewhere else, you've seen these star catalogs. B. Max Mell was famous. He had, back in the 1930s, he would advertise in national magazines. He would say, I'd pay $500 for a 1913 nickel and things like that, and get people all excited about coins. But his primary job was selling this catalog. And if you see right in the middle of the catalog, he sold it for $1. But it was a price guide, and people would pay $1 because they were in the great hopes that they could go through their coins that they had and try to find something that they could sell B. Max Mell and send to him. So he was a big coin dealer, did a lot of business, but his biggest business by far was selling the price guide. And if you see some of the catalogs that he did, you can see rooms full of secretaries going through the mail, and he would get thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces of mail a week in the 1930s. So it's pretty fascinating that someone was that big even in those days. From price guides, for me personally, this is probably one of the most impactful books that ever came out. It really had a big influence on my life, and because I was very interested in gold when I was early in my career back in the late 70s. I loved gold coins and I loved anything I could learn. So before Dave Baker's books came out, the main books that you had, like I said earlier, was probably Red Book, and for United States coins, that probably was the price guide. Dave Baker's came out with these series of books starting in I think this one was around 1975 that this came out. And for the first time, what he did is he would put in this information about each individual coin, and it was like this census that he did. And he put a commentary, like his observations there, comments about what he thought about the coin. And then more importantly, what he'd done, he had gone through all the auction catalogs up to that date. And he had put in, like, he didn't put prices, what they brought, but he put the appearances of a coin. Because before his books came out, there was gross misknowledge about, like in a Red Book, if you look at a Red Book from the 1960s, they would have a price for every gold coin in mint state. Well, Dave Akers was able to prove that a lot of gold coins did not exist in certain grades, like above like AU and certainly not mint state. So you could go through his books and there, and you could see like a 1850 gold dollar would maybe have 250 appearances in the last 25 years, and an 1850 D gold dollar would have 61. So you could get a point of relative rarity. It was just much, much, much more in depth than anything that had been published up to that point. And subsequently later, he did the quarter eagles, the threes, the fours, and the fives, tens, and 20s. So it was a series of books. And still now, almost 50 years later now, you can go through those books, and a lot of the information that he published in there still holds up, is true and valid, and has not changed a whole lot. So he was a true genius, in my opinion, and one of my early mentors and a great friend of mine. I thought a whole lot about Dave Akers. He was a great guy. Some of the old catalogs, I keep these in my collection. I've been collecting auction catalogs for years, and I use these for pricing sometimes. It's interesting to do. If I get a chance to handle a great coin, I love to go back and see a pedigree, because that can have a big impact on its value. You see on the catalog on the left is a George Walton catalog, and that was from 1963. That was shortly after George Walton, you remember, was the guy that had a 1913 Liberty nickel that disappeared upon his death. And his coin collection was, a lot of it was on the road when he died in a car wreck. And Stax sold his collection. And at the time, it was one of the biggest sales that Stax had ever sold. And it did not have the 13 nickel in it. The coin was thought lost for like 30 or 40 years. And then later, when I think it was Bowers and Morena did a promotion saying they'd pay $10,000 to see it, someone asked the family, said, about it, the Walton family, and they realized that they've been told the coin they thought it was counterfeit. They actually had authenticated. I was lucky enough to be one of the people who got authenticated in 2003, and it turned out to be genuine. So that's I love that catalog, and also that's attachment to the 1913 nickel, even though there was no 1913 nickel in that sale. So it's really interesting to see those old catalogs. You can really learn a lot about it. I really recommend, if you're a specialist in any series, go back and get some of the great catalogs, like the Garrett sales, the Leisberg sales, and these guys did masterful jobs. In the last, more recently, the Pogue catalogs that were done by Stax Bowers are just, they're masterpieces of cataloging, and there's so much information, and you can read them like a book, like you're reading a coin book. They not just what they brought, but you can read the history and so much about them. So these auction catalogs are a great source of information if you're interested in coins as a specialist. This also works with world coins and tokens and metals. So going this kind of fast forwarding up today about rare coin pricing. In rare coin pricing, it's very important to me because I'm a coin dealer by trade, but also I do a lot of I do books that I write, and also I'm the editor of the Red Book and the Blue Book. So I have experience with either buying the retail values of the Red Book and also the wholesale values on the Blue Book. And it's a very difficult job because some people like to think about price guides. It's like, that's where we're talking about how it's kind of a very nuanced subject, because rare coins are not commodities. Every 1881s dollar in MS65 does not look the same, and therefore are not worth the same. And you have to learn quite a bit about the hobby actually to learn how to even use price guides. And the one thing that I'll go to the next screen possibly. So evaluations. Nearly every specimen is different in appearance. So even the same grade, and you can see that. You can look at an auction catalogs and you can see where maybe a world coin that you think is worth one price, but in the next lot's the same coin, the same grade, and it brings twice as much. Well, it's probably because how the coin looks. It's the appearance of the coins. Even though you have third-party grading, there is a lot of variance in appearance and eye appeal on those. And price guides are, they can't convey that. They can only kind of, when I do the Red Book, I only have one column for MS65. So I want to tell people, when you look at a price guide, when you look at those price guides, I know mine for sure. I can speak for Red Book and Blue Book. What those are, the price guide for a theoretically average coin. Unfortunately, most coins aren't average either. A lot of coins either have like a spot on them or deep toning or yucky toning, or they might have gorgeous toning and they're worth a lot more than the price guide, or they're sparkling VU. So you just got to remember those price guides are for average, theoretically average coins. Now we do have a lot of valuable tools these days, and you can use now. We have price guides. There's you've got coin world trends. You've got PC price guide, NGC price guide. You've got Redbook, Gray Sheet. Gray Sheet's got a retail price guide. There's a lot of price guides. Now, when I look at these, just glance at their price guides, auction records, and population information, these all make the hobby more transparent. That information's out there. Everyone sitting that's watching this today is so much luckier than collectors were 25 or 30 years ago, because you have all the tools there to be able to give you so much more information than the collectors a long time ago. It was almost like a guessing game 30 years ago. Now you can actually make it almost into a science. So much information. This is a good example of what I was trying just to say. This is earlier. These are some recent auction records of the same coin. Is that you can see the coin on the left, 1889 $1 and MS66. Coin on the right has probably the same number of bag marks. It's pretty flawless. They're beautiful, but one has kind of dark toning at the periphery, and the other coin is brilliant, frosty and gorgeous. And you can see the difference in price: 9,000 versus 14,000. And these coins sold within a fairly close period of time. And I'm not sure, I'm kind of speeding through this presentation because this is a shorter version than what I presented before. But I can tell you one thing. If you're a coin collector of anything, I don't care if it's tokens, metals, world coins, U.S. coins, specialists, you need to understand coin grading to be able to actually use price guides and understand pricing. So if I highly recommend the ANA, the grading classes. Ask anybody that can help you with grading classes in your and maybe in your coin club. It is really vitally important to understand, because and I tell people that's one of the differences between the coin business. The coin business right now is fairly strong right now, and it's collector driven, and collectors understand grading in most cases. When you see markets go up a lot, sometimes when it's investor driven, which is not really right now, ugly coins bring a lot of money because investors don't necessarily understand grading. So try to avoid that trap. And when you're buying coins, you're not trying to learn how to grade coins, and you're not going to work for Pcgs or Ngc, but it'll really help you out a lot, because when you go to sell your collection, people are going to want to buy attractive coins. And if they don't, they'll basically punish you for prices. So, on the value. So learn how to grade and learn how to buy attractive coins. I highly recommend that. One thing that when I talk about, also, you heard about me talking about, I do Red Book and I do Blue Book, and you've got wholesale versus retail. And retail is actually a little bit hard to define these days, because it has kind of blurred the lines between really what is wholesale and what is retail. It used to be people said, oh, retail is 40% over wholesale value, and that's it. Well, I can tell you that's not the case anymore. With all the tools and you can go in and use all these different things, the Red Book, the professional Red Book, all these online things, the price guides. Even like using Google is a very powerful tool. You can say, if someone wants to sell you a Condor token, you can probably find someone else selling the same coin with not too difficult. So these are all very, very powerful tools, and you can use those to kind of push down the retail versus the wholesale, the way the price guides work. So when I work my price guides, I try to think about when I do Red Book. When my prices in Red Book are based on what I think a collector should be able to pay for a coin if he's somewhat educated and knows how to do a little bit of price shopping. So the Red Book is not necessarily all the highest prices. There's some of the price guides that they almost like they're a race. They want to be, our guides, we want to sell off of that book because that has a higher prices. But I know Red Book, I try to do it. So if you're looking for if you can buy a coin for $120 easily, I'm not going to put it in Red Book for $150. So it's I try to reflect sort of what you should be able to expect to find that coin if you do a little bit of educated shopping. I mentioned earlier a gray sheet versus blue sheet. The gray sheet these days, anybody can subscribe to it. You don't have to prove you're a coin dealer. That irritates a lot of coin dealers because they think that should be proprietary information. But I can tell you these days, there's almost no such thing as proprietary information in the hobby. It's very transparent. I think even when Heritage, when you've been their auctions, they have on a lot, they even tell you what gray sheet bid is on coins. Also, they tell you all the auction records. So when you look at this, just glancing at this price guide, you see there's actually there's three different price guides there going on. You got gray sheet, then they've got a gray sheet price for CAC coins, then they got the blue sheet price for the coin. So one coin there, you'll see the for instance, the 1878 the 1878 dollar 8 tail feather MS64 is 405 and gray sheet. It's 455 for a CAC coin, and it's 345 on the blue sheet. Now, blue sheet is theoretically, gray sheet is supposedly what that means is a sight seen price. That means a coin dealer says, I'll pay 405 on the coin, but I need to see it first. The 345 price means I would pay for that coin, but I don't necessarily need to see it. It's okay if it's got some toning, and I'm happy to buy it at that price. So that's kind of explains about kind of what those guides are. So one is the blue sheet is for sight unseen, and the gray sheet is for sight seen prices. And then CAC, which most of you probably know what CAC is. That's the stickers where they say the coin is actually premium quality, or at least super solid for the grade. And they're also making a market, and they'll pay even more for the coin if they really like it. How I value coins versus wholesale versus retail. So one thing we can look at as a good example is Morgan silver dollars. There's a really large quantity of those out there. There's NGC. Believe it or not, NGC is graded 4.25 million Morgan silver dollars. That's a lot of coins. And I pulled a couple examples here, like an 1881 S dollar. Now, I pay for a system. This is what I mentioned to you earlier, this certified coin exchange. This is a system that has, if you look on it, it tells you, for me, for the system, and it's expensive. I pay like $500 a month for it, but I have all the tools at one place that I can pull up. You've got blue sheet, gray sheet, the CAC prices. It's got also, really importantly, you see the population reports down here. We got I can look up, see how many coins they've graded of a coin, and then also they've got their system where these are the different people are bidding for these different coins. So these are, and you see like 1881 S dollars. Now this is a good example where if you have an 1881 S dollar in MS65, so in MS65 that coin bids for $135. But if you wanted to buy an 1881 S dollar in 65, you could probably buy 50 coins, fairly easily. And even as a retail buyer, you probably wouldn't have to pay more than $150 for them, because that would probably be, this coin is closer to a commodity than a coin. You'll see there, NGC is graded 56,000 coins. PCGS is graded 56,000. There's 110,000 of those coins of that one grade in the universe. So it's a coin you should not have to pay a big premium for if you were to find it. Now I'm going to contrast that with an 1884 S silver dollar. In MS65, they've only graded 1. MS and NGC is only graded 2, 1 at PC and 2 at NGC. And the gray sheet bid on those coins, MS65 is $110,000. Blue sheet bids $95,000. But those are really, when you get a coin that's that rare, those are just really, guides. So, what I would do if I had one of these coins, what I would be more likely to do is go up here and look in the auction records and see what actual coins sold for. And then also what I would want to do is to go and see what those coins look like. So you can see here, this is MS64. In 2014, an MS64 84 S dollar bought $88,000. An NGC holder, the same grade, just about a year later, a PCGS coin brought $114,000. Well, that's a really big difference in price. But if you click those coins through, you would probably see, or if you went to their Heritages or Legends, went to their website, all the companies, you can go to their, that's really also another great tool, is you can go, all these companies maintain these databases and you can see these coins. And Heritage has a really, really wonderful database, and you can see their auction records and pull up any coin you want to look at and see what it looks like. So in this case, what I would do if I was pricing this coin, and let's say a miracle I ran across one, I would be going in and see how my coin compared to the $88,000 coin or the $114,000 coin and see where it fallen in that range. And then I would price it accordingly. And if you're a collector, you would probably want to do the same thing. Auction records are probably one of the biggest developments that's happened in the last 25 years for collectors as a tool. It's leveled the playing field that, you know, previously maybe only professionals had that information. Now you can have that information. You can look on Heritage here. They've alone sold almost 465,000 silver dollars. So that's an awful lot of silver dollars. You can look up and see what they brought. And coins that sold, you know, yesterday, you can look them up and see exactly what current market levels are. CC I mentioned earlier is that's that system that has all these different prices on it. And there's different versions of that. You can do it for a lot less expensively, but you can get, you know, these are tools. Mostly this is aggregating tools. Like Gray Sheets, you can get most of the information for like $150 a year. So it's not nearly that expensive. A lot of people ask me about PCGS versus NGC pricing. You can see here's the same coin from one of the same coin collections. A lot of times you just need to look at them and see what they look like and how they, you know, which coin appeals to you. There is a lot of bit of regional preference on PCGS and NGC. As most of you guys watching this know, I would say most of the people on your universe there probably prefers PCGS coins because they're in their region. If you're in the Southeast, you might want to be more drawn to NGC coins because people like it. They can go visit there, and more of their coins populate that area. And they're also their coins bring different prices sometimes, also because of their set registry programs that are very, very, very active and very influential in the pricing of coins. This is an example earlier where I told you about how to value tone coins, or I'm actually talked about 84S dollar. So this, I mentioned like a beautiful coin, like the one on the left is a coin that I handled several years ago. And you can see it's kind of got like a kind of a model toning. It's a mega coin. It's a $100,000 coin. And on the right, you can see an 82S dollar with that, you know, beautiful toning. That coin's probably worth, you know, a few $100s. I tell people tone coins now have gotten to be, you know, such a rabid market for them that I don't even know how to price them anymore. If I run across a gorgeously toned coin, I usually just put it in auction and let the market determine what it's worth, because there are no price quotes for beautifully toned coins, and it's a very emotional purchase, and it depends how the coin hits you and how, you know, actually sometimes even how it photographs. This is a coin that I kept. This is from I mentioned talking about coins and pedigrees. I had a big deal of about 15,000 silver dollars from a hoard I had once. I kept this one coin. I sold everything else except this one coin because I love the beautiful toning on it. But in general, you do have to usually, when coins from a hoard, they can bring a premium, probably 10 to 20% for a premium, because people like to buy coins with pedigrees. The population guides. I mentioned earlier, you know, how important auction records were. The population guides are probably, I think that one of the very first things like any coin dealer does, if you offer them a coin, an expensive coin especially, or if it's a world coin or ancient token, metal, anything, you know, people say how many are graded. So that is really one of the biggest advances in numismatic knowledge in the last 30 years is population guides, because, you know, 35 or 40 years ago, you know, people thought MS-65 Morgan dollars were rare. Well, now we found out there's actually probably a couple hundred, or, you know, 400,000 or 500,000 of them out there. They're not nearly as rare as we thought they were. And it was proven out by the population reports. And then some coins, we figure like 84S dollars, there's still only one or two of them out there. So that information became abundantly clear when the population reports became out. And if you don't use population reports as a tool when you're pricing coins, either buying or selling, you're missing out, because that's what the pros do. And it's very, very effective. NGC, see the census. There's a sample page of the census report for NGC. There you pick that for United States coins. It's real simple to use. You can click through, pick your denomination. There's silver dollars, you know, a little bit easier. Had, you know, shows you, you know, it's very simple. There's Morgan dollars. There's Morgan dollars. You can see, he pulls up, you see the different, go across, there's the date, and you can see the different, like $1878, 8 tail feathers, 435 of them and 65. So it's really, really great information when you're trying to make a buying decision. Pcgs, this is a sample of what their population report looks like. You pick the U.S. That's how their menu looks. Go in there, silver dollars, pick Morgan dollars, and there's what theirs looks like. The same information. So there's that $1878 that NGC graded 400, they graded 800 of them. So it's really interesting to study those things. Anytime you collect anything, try to learn as much as you can about the series, and you'll be much more successful as a collector. Sometimes there's exceptions to price guides. I tell people, like finest knowns, you can sometimes throw the book away because when you have a coin that they call top pop, these people, when they collect these set registries, they will absolutely kill themselves to buy a coin. Here's an example of probably the biggest example I've ever seen in my life of it. Deloy Hansen, who famously bought this coin, paid for a 1938 S dime and MS68 plus, he paid $364,000 for this coin. And that coin 40 years ago, you could have bought for probably about $50. So it's but it was top pop, and he thought it would help in his set registry. So go figure, right? Also, with pricing information, sometimes populations reports are good, but they're not always infallible. You got to remember that a lot of coin dealers, they break coins out. They don't always send the tags in. So sometimes take that with a grain of salt. There are even examples in the population reports where the population of a coin is actually higher than the mintage of a coin because of resubmissions. People keep resubmitting the coin time and time and time again. So that does happen. Hoards, pricing of coins. Sometimes these are good examples where these coins plunged in value from probably about 50% over like a 2 or 3 year period. And you're like, how'd that happen? Well, there was about 6 or 7 years ago, there was 4 or 5 rolls of SDDB pennies that came on the market. And then a year or two later, there was a hoard of 1912S nickels came out. There was almost 100 coins. So those coins have dropped. They're right now both of these coins now are about half where they were about 8 or 9 years ago. So hoards can have an adverse impact on pricing of coins. These are CAC stickers. Everyone asks about how much does a CA sticker add to the value. It just really depends. I would say in general, if I had to just guess, I'd say 20 to 30%. The gold stickers can usually those bring 2 or 3 times the price for a coin. So those are really rare, and they really jump our price up. But a lot of people like coins with CAC stickers. But the one thing I also do caution people, use a little bit of common sense when you buy them, and don't pay too big a premium because sometimes don't just buy a coin just because it has a sticker. Also look at it, make sure you're happy with it for other reasons as well, and also the price makes some sort of sense. Coins of pedigree. This is kind of a funny coin that, this is a coin that the ANA president signed. This shows you a example of the signature coins. It was a program we did this last year or so to try to get ANA membership, and also as a fundraiser. Treasure coins are super popular, and people like those. They bring a premium. Sometimes, like on the SS Central Americas, they probably bring a 30 or 40% premium. Like of 1861 $50 from the SS Republic can sometimes bring 5 or 10 times the price because of where it's from, the treasure. People love treasure coins and are always very popular in demand. This is an example where red, brown, and brown. I always tell people, if you collect pennies or copper and you're into this red, brown stuff, make sure you really understand those things and do comparison. Like you'll see this red brown coin here is much different from that brown coin, and that's a very subtle game, and you have to become like a student of that and to understand it. And also be careful, because sometimes you can buy coins in old holders that a coin's been in a holder for 20 years, and then that red can fade to red brown over time. So you got to look at the coin and don't just buy it for the label. Extreme rarities, that's a whole different game. Coins that are mega expensive, those generally trade at auction, and you pretty much need to use auction records to be able to, price guides are really almost ineffective on coins like that. You need to look at price guides because they sell so rarely that a Brasher doubloon at $9.5 million, no price guide was going to tell you that prior to that sale. Bullion in price. I'm looking at my time here. We're getting pretty close. Bullion prices. have a big impact on pricings. Some of these coins that people buy from the mint, they come out. I tell a lot of people that if you like mint products, sometimes it's better to wait for a little while for the excitement to run off of some of these hot issues. In my opinion, they almost always drop a little bit later on. You have an opportunity to maybe buy them at a lesser price. That's unless bullion prices go up. So you have to always factor that into it as well. Modern coins, modern coin prices. There's quite a few price guides on those. I like because the Red Book doesn't use MS-70 price guide. So one of the ones is probably the Pcgs and the Ngc price guides are probably the most effective for that. But a lot of people, there's so many coins that sell on eBay that eBay has become my son deals a lot with modern coins, and anytime he prices a coin for a modern coin, he likes to see what the last 4 or 5 sold on eBay was. So that's a tool that you can also use. It's sort of like using auction records, but that's more of like a real time, because there's lots and lots of these modern coins that, sometimes on eBay they sell them before they even come out. In general, this is just to summarize it a little bit. This is one of the best times in history to be a coin collector, because you can buy coins for the lowest possible markups, and you have more information now than there's ever been available. And you should use that. And the more you learn about any series that you start to collect, and also another thing I should mention about pricing coins is try to find mentors that can tell you, help you with pricing, because sometimes it's difficult. You've been dying to buy a coin for a long time. You finally run across it, but this guy's asking so much for it. Well, try to get somebody to help you with that. They can give you, they can say, hey, show some patience. Maybe you'll get one later and it might show up, or hey, you need to take this opportunity because you may never see it again. So people with a lot of experience, if you're new to the hobby, that experience can really be valuable to you. And I'm sure this group here, hope you guys all share your knowledge, because that is what it's all about, being as part of a group and sharing that kind of knowledge. And I'd like to also, I think here, I'm going to have question and answer. But the other thing too is finally learn how to grade coins, because it really, today's price guides, there's so many price guides, but the biggest thing is to understand what those prices are for, what the coin is. And almost all coins have some sort of flaw, and you need to be able to extrapolate that into a value. And that's sort of how I do it. And it's an everyday learning process, and we try to, it's evolving. There'll probably be more information coming out in the near future. So, and also I did this class in about I guess 30 or 40 minutes. I had done this class a couple of weeks ago for about almost a 2-hour version of this class. So if you want to find out more about it in depth, I recommend you. The A&A is going to have it on their online numismatic education. They're doing their e-learning. And you can watch the longer version if you have the tolerance for hearing me talk for 2 hours instead of 30 or 40 minutes. So I hope that I think that'll conclude that. And I don't know, do you guys have like a question and answer thing, or how does that work?
Yeah, Jeff, we can take some time for some question and answers. And thank you for the presentation. There's a lot there, and definitely a lot of great comments in the chat I was watching there. A lot of people learning a lot of things. And I mean, it's definitely really hits. I mean, the point you make about just the knowledge gap between dealer and collector, and just so much more information available to collectors today than heck, even 5-10 years ago. It's just amazing. And it's, and I know the one for me too, I know that you mentioned the point about old auction catalogs being really great resources. That's something I recommend that at least people in my own coin club, or just, I guess, everywhere, is a lot of dealers and a lot of coin shops, they throw the auction catalogs away or just get rid of them. And there's a lot of, you can learn even in just a common auction catalog, the write-ups, you can learn so much information. But when you get a specialized collection like Jeff was talking about, I mean, just the photos they do for the coins, and it can be way better than the books that you can have on those coins. So I definitely recommend seeking those out.
Yeah.
And anybody else have any questions in the chat there? Let me see if there's anything I can bring up for you here, Jeff. Walter Ostromecki says that your program provided viewers, collectors with a wealth of information to make better informed decisions when buying coins today. The program was far more informative than your e-learning talk, he says. Carl's Coin says, awesome. Is that online class covered with our ANA memberships, or does it cost extra?
No, they're free. They started off. It was interesting after the COVID, after they started doing the e-learning, they were charging. They tried an experiment, and we found out that people like to get things on the internet for free. So we found a sponsor, and the classes are all free now.
Okay, great. And if anybody wants any more information on any of those e-learning classes, the money.org is the ANA's website. Or if you can't figure it out, send me an email, because I'm sure I can help you with that, or I can make Walt Ostromecki help us with that. I'm sure he'd be happy to help us all figure it out.
And I'm always available too. If anybody has a question about things, I love working with collectors and being a mentor myself. So if someone needs help with something, or something's very complicated, my email is coinman4u@aol.com. So it's number 4, letter U. So anybody ever wants to reach out to me, I'm happy to. I get 30 or 40 emails a day, and I'm always happy to answer them.
That's great. That's great. There's a guy in the chat. RSA keeps asking questions about what do you think about automated coin grading, especially like on moderns. Do you think computers should be or will be grading coins?
That's a really interesting subject. So I've heard that PCGS has already as you guys might know, PCGS got bought out, and the people that bought them out were people primarily they were interested in their baseball card business. And one of the reasons they bought the baseball card business is because they supposedly are developing AI technology to grade the baseball cards. Wow. So if they do that, I would not be surprised that would be a small jump to, at some point, using that technology once they refine it with the baseball cards to make that especially for modern coins. I personally don't think that AI could ever grade vintage coins, because the nuances are just too great. How can a computer learn how to interpret a toning splotch or nick here? Maybe not in our lifetime, but I think it'd be hard. But I do think it could happen for modern coins.
Yeah, it'd be hard to teach a computer eye appeal and what's positive or negative. And but I guess PCGS already has been using their Secure Plus scanning for a decade now, and that, I guess, helps them identify certain issues and maybe.
Well, I think what they do that for too is that when on resubmissions, or if they get a really expensive coin, they like to go back and see. Right. The coin's been broken out or it's been altered and things like that. So they're trying to do it to maintain the integrity.
There's a person in chat, King of Coins is their name. They want to know if people should be buying rare coins as investments, and what about buying a rare coin as a kid? So I don't know if they're a younger person or. Well,
I have a saying about that. I've been dealing with this for a long time, and I think that people who collecting coins is a good investment, but I would never invest in coins. So if that makes some sort of sense, you shouldn't buy coins as an investment for that purpose. But if you collect coins over a long period of time and you do it, like I said tonight, learn how to grade coins, learn how to the nuances, understand to pick a series, understand the series, become like a little expert at it. I think if you collect that in that manner, I think coins will be a good investment for you in the long term. But I would never do it as an investment purely.
Creator Zal wants to know if there's any interest in creating a Red Book application, maybe save some trees.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think that I think that there may be some online going in that direction at some point, but believe it or not, I think last year they sold almost 500,000 Red Books, and that's a pretty good business for Whitman. So as long as people are buying those Red Books, I think they're going to keep making them. But there may be some online thing at some point. They would have to change their model though, because I do the Red Book. I have my pricing knowledge and what I do, but I plunge into it for about a month or so a year. That would probably require staffing up, and it would be more difficult to have to engage those contributors on a continuous basis. So I don't know if it would be applicable for Red Book to be able to do it that way, but maybe things do change.
Yeah. Another question you might be able to help out with is how do you guys go about authenticating super rare coins like the 1913 Liberty of Nickel that was never circulated and most people have never seen those?
Yeah, well, I was part of that team that did the authenticating of that coin when it was brought out by the family, and mostly by experience. I mean, I've seen a lot of coins, and I think it's more like if people ask me, like they come into my coin shop, how do you tell that's real? It's, I can tell by the fabric, what the coin looks like at surface. We look really carefully at the digits. A coin like a 13 Liberty nickel, you want to, maybe look at with a microscope, but from everything we could tell on those tools, it was, we all agreed pretty, unanimously very quickly that the coin was genuine. And it's mostly from experience. It'd be like asking a diamond dealer. I couldn't tell you a real diamond, at all, but a person who's an expert can just glance at a diamond and tell you. So it's mostly from experience.
Well, and in that case too, didn't you guys have the other 4 right there in front of you to compare?
Actually, that helped a whole lot, because being able to compare them side by side and see the fabric next to how the surfaces looked, even though they graded a little bit different, a couple of them were very similar. It was pretty, that made it a big difference. And that was really one of the more exciting nights of my career. Probably the most exciting night was 10 years later. I actually bought the coin at an auction with Larry Lee in a heritage auction. So that was even more exciting. Had a lot of fun that night.
That is awesome. Well, thanks again, Jeff. I don't see any other questions. We had about 60, 65 people watching there, and I know we'll get lots more viewers watching later. And I know everybody in the club really appreciates you speaking with us. And and I guess to thank you, we want to send you one of these from our club. It's one of our silver Glendale Coin Club medals.
Great.
He's made up by Dan Carr of the Moonlight Mint last year, and he makes
a lot of great stuff. I love his stuff.
He did a really great job for us. Everybody's real happy with these. So I'll send you an email later and find out where we can mail this to you, and we'd be happy to mail that to you. So.
That's good. Well, I thank everyone for having me. Thank you, Walter, for inviting me. And I salute everyone in the coin clubs, and keep them active and keep it going, because it really is the foundation of our hobby. I really think it's great.
Well, before you go, Jeff, JW in the chat just asked one more question, and I'm not interested in knowing is what coin got you into coin collecting in the first place? And unfortunately, Jeff's cutting out right now.
Oh, can you hear me now?
There you are. You're back now. Yep, you're
okay.
Right.
I started back with 1969. A family down for the 1941 to date pennies, and I became obsessed about it. And as a matter of fact, the first coin I ever earned, a 41S penny.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's where most of us start, is with the Lincoln cents at some point.
Yeah,
Indian cents or what? Yeah. Well, great. Well, thanks again, Jeff. Really do appreciate that.
Okay, that sounds great.
All right. Take care. Thank you.
Okay, see you guys. I'll log out.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Thanks again, everybody. I hope you all agree that was a really good presentation, and I'm lucky to have had Jeff speak with us. And thanks again to Walt Ostromecki for putting that together. Don, are you still writing down people's names for the
Yes,
giveaways?
I am.
Again, we have all these coins right here that we're going to be doing as free giveaway prizes later on. But first, what we're going to do is we are going to do our show and tell. We're going to do show and tell. So I got a few show and tells to show here. It's going to take me just a second to bring this up, though. So let me just go ahead and do that. And I think the first one we got is from Phil Iverson. I'm just going to share my screen with everybody now. Okay, I think that's going to work there. And I'll go full screen on that. And then I got to bring up Phil's information on this. So Phil submitted a few things for show and tell for tonight. The first one here is continental currency issued from 1775 through 1779 in various denominations. In the beginning, notes ranged from $1 to $30. Towards the end of the range, they could have been all the way up to $80 notes. Fractionals were also issued in denominations of 1/6, 1/3, 1/2, and 2/3 of a dollar. The emblem on the left shows a wreath on a pedestal, and the Latin inscription above means, "If thou shall do well." Very, very cool. And this one here is a November 2nd, 1776 $30 note. So very cool, very cool. And then the next picture, or for show and tell, he submitted. I can just maybe do that. There we go. Two more emblems appear on the back side of that note. The one on the left depicts wind blowing on rough seas, and the one on the right depicts the sun over two sailing ships. So very, very cool. And those are some cool images that would really look really cool on a coin club medal these days. I think those are really cool. I really like the sun and the ships one. That's really cool. And then one more photo from Phil is a new book authored by Q. David Bowers, was just recently published and is an excellent source of information about this subject. a fascinating period of our early American numismatic history. So thank you, Phil, for sending those in. Very cool pieces for sure. After that, we had show and tell submitted by Steve Sussman. He sent in images of this coin right here, showing this 1799 Drake Bust silver dollar. It's around an AU50, but improperly cleaned. The mintage on this early dollar was 423,515. Not super rare, but somewhat rare. And you can find them on eBay. He says there's about 60 of them for sale right now in NGC and PCGS holders. 8 of them in genuine grades and 10 of them XF40 or above. He says one can find 127 of the AU details in the Heritage Archives. Prices bounce anywhere from $2,500 to over $5,000. He said an AU50, there's 208 of them at Heritage, anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000. And there's varieties and errors in the equation too. But he's wondering, how does one decide what price to put on a coin like this? Rare, but not that rare. Somewhat higher grades, but not a super high grade, and clean, but still nice. And in my experience, Steve, basically what Jeff says is you look at the different price guides, you compare the look and everything of your coin to the ones that have sold recently. Is yours nicer? Is yours... So you'll see all these AU details ones. Yours has a great eye appeal. We'll show the other photos. And then if you really want to know what it's worth, you pop it in an auction and see what they sell for. I mean... There's the reverse design. There's another image of the obverse of Steve's coin. Really cool coin. Thank you very much for sharing that, Steve. Thank you very much. And we had one more come in. John Duff sent this in. He says it's a 1907 price list. We just had a presentation on pricing coins, and one thing, and you saw Jeff, he had his file cabinet full of old gray sheets and price guides, and here's a 1907 price guide that John Duff has. And let's go to the next page. You can see there the large copper cents. It's a guide. I don't know if it's as helpful as the red book is today when you see something like, hey, look, there's a 1793, 1799, or an 1804. Could be worth $1 to $20. Okay. It gives you a range, but, and how about this? All other dates, 2 cents to 25 cents. Fun stuff, right? Thanks for sending those in, Duff. That's awesome. All right. Don Barry, do you have show and tell for us? If you're ready.
Yep. Sorry. Yes, I do. My most recent pickup at the coin store happened to be this little gold piece, little Byzantine gold from 582 AD. The ruler was Maurice. Just a really nice little fun thing to add to the collection, and it actually came in this little holder, that kind of graded it. It is thoroughly undergraded. It's probably mint state, and it probably will go into an NGC holder sometime soon. That's it.
All right, Don. And we did have right here in chat, King of Coins just sent in a picture he wants us to do for show and tell. So we'll go ahead and quickly pull that up. Didn't really write anything about it, but it looks like he's got I guess those are nickels. He's got his collection of nickels. So I'll go ahead and share that in just a second. Let me go ahead and bring that up. Let's see here. Share screen. There we go. And share. So there we go. Collection of nickels. And it looks like he's got some proofs in there and maybe the different nickels from 2004 and 2005. So great series to collect. I've always liked collecting nickels as well because it's one of those where you can go to the bank and get rolls and you can find coins all the way back 1938 to date just with Jefferson's, and you can even occasionally find a Buffalo nickel or older. It's not like the other denominations where most of the silver has been pulled from circulation. And it's very, very hard to complete a set of pretty much anything else. Cents, of course, you can complete sets of those too because they're all in circulation. And I guess I got to do a little show and tell here. So let's do that real quick. I just got these from the coin shop recently, and I know they're favorites of many of you guys because you've seen those before. These are the Somalia Guitar Coins from 2004. These are coins. Right on the back, they got the queen. No, they don't got the queen. They got the image of Somalia. And it says 2005 and $1. So it's a series they did. There's a guitar, a bunch of different guitars. And they're coins. And I know they did another series of these, I think later on, maybe in 2012, or they did a couple different series of these, but I think these are the first series, 2004. I might have that information wrong, but I just got these from the coin shop, and I don't know. I like them. And I know I've showed them before in different things I've done here on YouTube, and everybody kind of loves them and freaks out about them, and they're awesome. So Don, do you think you got everybody in? Do you think you got everybody in on the raffle?
I will now. Yes.
Okay. So are you ready to do some drawings? We got 69 people in the chat right now. Is everybody in? Did everybody at least say something? If you've been lurking and you haven't, let's give them one more chance. If you've all been lurking and haven't said anything yet, say hi, Don, right now to make sure, so Don can look and make sure that you're in on the drawing. Because we're going to give away, I'll show the prizes while everybody says hi, Don, and you guys know. First, we'll give away a 2007 special mint set, MS68, Washington Presidential Dollar by NGC. This was donated by Gordon O'Rourke. We're also giving away a 1982 Canada silver dollar, the Regina commemorative, also been donated to the club by Gordon. A 1959 proof 69 red. I mean, about as perfect as you'll get on these. NGC donated by Gordon. Beautiful, beautiful coin. 2019 Glendale Coin Club medal by Dan Carr of the Moonlight Mint. Copper with the Pacific Railway completion design. 2020 Silver Eagle going to somebody for free. And another 2020 Silver Eagle going to somebody for free in just a couple minutes right here. Whenever Don's ready to pick a name. You get everybody?
No, 1 second.
Marmello wants me to show his Tyrol coin if possible. If you guys didn't see on my channel this week, we did an auction of world coins, and I bought a bag of miscellaneous world coins. We'll go through them, and I auctioned them, and Mr. Marmello did buy one of them. And you know what? While Don's figuring all that stuff out, I will show his coin because I actually have it handy here because I was packing everything up, doing invoices. Let me switch my camera and show that to you because it's cool, and I think everybody wants to see it. There's that. I might have to zoom it out a little bit. Maybe I don't even know if I can zoom it out a little bit, to be quite honest with you. I don't think I can. But let me go ahead and make that full screen. This is 1773. It's got a couple holes in it. But this was just a bag. What's that?
1733.
What did I say?
1773.
1733. And it's got a couple holes in it. Got the double-headed eagle. And this was just in a bag of world silver coins I got. And pretty darn amazing that this was in there. And there is Carl VI. I mean, not the best quality, but I'll take these in bags of world coins all day long. All day. So, Don, next time I get world silver coins from you guys at the shop, make sure it's got some cool stuff from the 1700s in it like that.
Oh, I was thinking of putting some Byzantine gold in it, but if you only want that, that's fine.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be a bag of silver coins then if there was some Byzantine gold in there.
Well,
but I think we can handle it. I think we could handle it if there were a few. I'm sure we could find some new homes for them. I'm sure we could find some new homes for some of them. Probably. Well, we'd work on that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. You ready?
Ready. First up is going to be the winner of this George Washington MS68 special mint set coin. Where's that going? Let me get my winners list here. Where is that going to go? Party Pickle. We're sending him something every month, it seems like.
If it gets drawn, nothing I can do.
Are you putting the winners back in the barrel or something every month? And
no, I write new tickets every month.
All right. Congratulations, Pickle. I'm just kidding you. Congratulations, Pickle. Next up, 1982 Regina, Canada, silver dollar. Going to Walt Ostromecki. How about that? Congratulations, Walt. 1959 Lincoln Cent, NGC Proof 69 Red. Going to Steve Woods. Congratulations, Steve Woods. Walt says, donate it back to the club. Well, if you insist, Walt. If you insist, I'm sure Don could pick another name.
I can draw another name. Do we want to do that right now?
Another name at the end because I want to go in order for the prizes, but we'll go ahead and do another name right at the end because Walt said donate it back. How about that?
Okay. All right. Here you go.
Glendale Coin Club, copper medal going to Ambeth. Thank you, Walt. Thanks for the donation back to the club. That's awesome. Ambeth, you just won this. And I don't know if anybody wants these, but 2020 Silver Eagle coming up next. Going to
Hold on.
Nick Rule?
Ruley.
Nick Ruley? I couldn't read it. I thought you missed
Sorry.
an I.
Oh, I did. Sorry, Nick. My bad.
I didn't know. Maybe another one was here. But Nick Ruley,
No.
you just got yourself a 2020 Silver Eagle. I knew who it was. But who's gonna get the next Silver Eagle? Who's gonna get the next Silver Eagle? Fish and Hank. Fish and Hank's here?
At least once.
All right. Congratulations on the giveaway winners. You guys just need to send me an email to claim the prizes, and then we mail them to you. No charge. They're yours. Congratulations. And then one more winner we got to pick to give away the one that Walt won again.
Yep. Here you go.
Aztec love coins. Well, I hope Aztec loved that one too. That's great. Some of the people that you picked were winners of my auction this week, so the club doesn't even have to pay anything for shipping on these. That is beautiful.
Well, that's a win.
So congratulations, everyone, on the wins. That concludes all the freebies tonight, but we have an auction to do. We have 16 auction lots tonight, and if you have not yet seen the description in the video, there's a lot of Silver Eagles available. About once a year, our coin club would usually raffle off or at our meetings a full roll of Silver Eagles because a lot of people just love Silver Eagles, and that's also a great opportunity when I just don't have a lot of time to go buy a lot of prizes and put together. I just got to get a roll of Silver Eagles, and that's easy. So that's kind of what we're doing tonight. But we also had some cool donations and stuff to add to the mix. So first up is auction lot number 1. This was donated by Greg Berkovitz. And I guess I'll just chat about the auction a little bit. All the items will start at $1. You bid up from there. All these are owned by the Coin Club, and all the proceeds go to the Coin Club. And Hank, you really don't have to send anything to cover shipping because I already got a couple coins coming to you anyway. I just add it to that package. But if you want to donate a few bucks to the club, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to stop you. So, and I guess I can go full screen, Don. You don't have anything else to show or talk about, right?
I am good. Have at it, good sir.
But stay there, I guess, if you want to bid or if you see me screwing up, of course.
I will be here.
All right. So This is going to be lot number 1 right here. We clicked the wrong button again. There we go. Lot number 1. Everything's just going to be $5 shipping. Everything's just going to... Pickle wants to send it to King of Coins. Okay, then Pickle, or I guess King of Coins is going to have to send an email to claim that. And just remind me that Pickle said, I'm writing it down right now, though. But thanks for letting me know that, guys. So King of Coins needs to send an email. And if you're under 18, King of Coins, you need to have your parents send an email with your address because I'm not allowed to take that from you. So this is the first item. This was donated to the club by Greg Berkovitz. All the items tonight, it's $5 flat shipping. I mean, if it costs me a little more because it's a big or expensive item, then that's okay. If it costs a little bit less, then that helps all even out. So remember, all the bidding does go to the Coin Club. What this set is, it's the last 3 Liberty V nickels. This was donated by Greg Berkovitz again. Remember, he talked about paper money to us a couple times. So he sent this in. Nice little set with 1910, 1911, and 1912. No, we don't have the 1913 in there, unfortunately. But there's the nickels. Nice little set. These make great gifts. NCF says, I'll pay $5 for that. And that'll win it if nobody else bids. And remember, what I do is to end these auctions, I will not be saying 3, 2, 1 sold. I'll be typing that into the chat because of different people have different amounts of lag. And sometimes I'll type 3, 2, 1 sold and another bid will come in. I'll have to refresh my screen. And if it comes in before I type sold, then the bid goes on. If it comes in after, then we have to sell it. I got to go by what's on my screen. It might be slightly different than what's on your screen. So we'll just try to do the best with what the technology gives us here. And I appreciate all you guys for cooperating with that. We got NCF at $8. And again, thanks everybody for being here. Again, we had a really great speaker. Thanks again, Walt, for arranging that for us. That was awesome. And we'll be doing it again next month. I know we got another great speaker lined up for next month, Mr. John Duff. Mr. John Duff, who you saw in chat there, might even still be in chat and be speaking next month. Stack deck goes to $10 on this item. NCF is out. Again, if you want to see what the auction lots coming up are, they're in the description. Lots of 2020 Silver Eagles available tonight, though. There's 18 of those up for bids. Sometimes in lots of 1, sometimes in lots of 2, 3, or 5. I think that's going $10 to stack. So remember, if you win something tonight, either as a giveaway or in auction, you need to send me an email with your information, and I will. There's several ways you can pay. If you don't say or specify, I'll assume you want to pay by PayPal, and I'll send you a PayPal invoice. Again, everything's going to go to the club, but if you want to pay some other way, like Google Pay or Venmo or Cash App or check or money order, that's all available too. But lot number 2 from Canada, the 1977 Canadian $1 silver Jubilee. This was donated to the club by Gordon O'Rourke. 1977 Canada silver dollar. And there's the coin. Still on the original holder. 1952 to 1977. We're starting at $1. Hey there, Roy. How you doing? Boomba shoots, he says. Indeed. Indeed. That's the throne on there. What does it say on there? The throne of the Senate. And then it also says it in French, of course. So Creator Zaw says 10. Alfred says 15. Zaw says 17. Okay. Aztec Love Coin says 18. Alfred goes to 20. And I've already had at least one club member ask me, so I'll just make an announcement while they're bidding. I did not order any red books for the club this year. Again, I don't know when or if we're going to be meeting in person, and I think it'd just be better to go to your local shops. I know, Don, you guys got some at the shop, right?
Yes, we do.
So if you ever make it up to Newhall, you can get a book there, or I've just been telling people get them on Amazon, because by the time I would buy them from the coin supplier and then have to ship them to you guys, pretty much you might as well just buy them on Amazon. You'd probably save a few bucks that way. So Alfred R goes to 23, especially for the larger ones like the Mega Red book. I couldn't ship that to you guys. I couldn't do it. Aztec Love Coins goes to 26. It's the fancy chair in Ottawa. Is that what that is, Alfred? Very nice. Very nice. Alfred goes to 27. Aztec goes to 29. And you know what? Since you guys are bidding so much, I'm so generous on this, whoever wins this, I have them. I don't have them handy to show you, but it looks just like this, but it actually comes with the original box. I'll throw in a 1982 Regina dollar as well. I'll donate that to the club right now and throw that in. So let me write down that I'm doing that. Add 1982 Regina. I know I have a few of those that I bought in the collection. So you'll also get a 1982 silver dollar for this, no extra cost. Add 1982 Regina dollar from M KRC. Right there, from Michael Kittle. So Aztec goes to 32. So you'll get this coin plus, not this exact one, but you'll get one just like this in its original case and box. Alfred goes to 33. Alfred was first at 33. First at 33 is Alfred. Aztec goes to 36. Stack Deck goes 38. It's Canada time, says Marmel. Yep. All right, I think we're going to have to start counting this down in just a second here. Deanne says 39 now. Alfred goes to 40. Aztec goes to 42. Sorry, Aztec goes to 43. Stack Deck was at 42. Alfred says 44. You want a small book from the speaker, please? You want a copy of the red book, Marmello? Is that what you mean? Aztec is first at 45. Mr. Marmello bids 55. Alfred is out. You know that Cherry Picker's Guide is coming out in July? I've heard rumors that it's been coming out several times in the last 5 years. I hope it really is, Rocky. I hope it really is. I hope it really is. And Marmello gets that. A pair of silver dollars for 55. Congratulations. And thank you very much for your support of the club. Next up, slot number 3. Terrorize that shop in Newhall. Exclamation point coin shop gets you their info. Next up is a set of souvenir sets from 1979 and 1980. If you haven't seen these before, you're going to see them right now. What they come with are the 3 Susan B. Anthony dollars, the P, D, and the S. These are the 1979s in the mint plastic, protected by a couple sheets of cardboard in there. That's all that's in there. Here's the 1980. Very similar story here. P, D, and S, 1980. So you get at least $6. So I think the minimum bid really should have been $6 on this, but we started at $1 anyway. These two were also these sets were donated by Gordon O'Rourke. Donated these to the club. So 79 is the best year known. Well, I think 80 is pretty good too. You get both those sets. Rocky goes to $10. Yeah, you get $6 back just for buying it. Mission goes 15. Mission get rich at $15 for the pair of sets. Please share with Alfred. Marmello, just let me know if you want me to give one of those coins to Alfred, I can absolutely do that because you got 2 coins there in that last slot. Just let me know which one. And I did send you an email earlier too, Marmello. Hopefully you got that. And We can be in touch on that. Settle down, JW, says Gringo. Mission Get Rich at 15 on the pair. Thanks again for all the bids. Make sure you guys click that like button if you haven't done it already. That helps people find the videos here. That's what they tell me, at least. Mission Get Rich for 15. Awesome. Well, those are some cool sets. Congratulations. Next up is a donation from Greg Berkovitz. Let's go through that. JW with the Cubs logos. Absolutely. Greg Berkovitz donated this here. This here, as you can see by the information, is a Utah Goldback note. So it's basically the smallest piece of gold you can buy. And he had a picture with some information on it there. And yeah, this thing supposedly has 1/1000th of a troy ounce of gold in it. Now my scale won't confirm that. I don't know if anyone would test that, but I guess people believe that. So there you go. I don't know. If you get 1,000 of these, Don, does the shop pay you an ounce of gold for it? I don't know. I don't know how that was work.
It's funny. We actually sell those at the shop.
Yeah, I bet you probably would give an ounce of gold because these things are worth way more than 1/1000th of an ounce. So.
Yeah, they're $4.50 a piece.
So there you go. And so if anybody wants this, Stack Deck would pay $1 for it. Creators All would pay $3 for it. Again, this was a donation from Greg Berkovitz, so thank you, Greg. Stack Deck goes to 4. Mission Get Rich goes to 5. Deanne came in late with 4. Mission's already at 5. Hank came in late at 4. Mission's already at 5. I'm taking off, King of Coins. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Stack Deck goes to 6. And King of Coins, if you didn't see any of our previous meetings, there's a playlist on my channel. You can watch the other 12 meetings that you might not have seen. Mission Get Rich goes to 7. Marmelo's late at 5.5. Marmelo gets some lag there in New Zealand, I'll tell you that. I think that's going to Mission Get Rich. And I think so. All right. Didn't see any other bids coming in right about then. You've seen everyone since January. All right, then. Awesome. Well, then you got April through December of last year up there still. There's some good topics there. Lots to learn. Next up is lot number 5. And this was donated by... Well, Don gave it to me, but I think it's donated by Dennis Berry, correct? Big bag
Correct.
in here. All right, let me grab that. And we'll go through this and figure out what we got. This is all going to be in one bid, this whole bag of fun. And let's see what's in here. Looks like a little baggie from Sinatra's 77th at the Stars Desert Bar, maybe? I think that's what it says, a little baggie. There's some casino chips. These are Frengie. It's 1,000, a 250, a 5,000, and a 50, and a 10. There's $1 value token from Silver City Casino. The fun spot on the strip, it says. Okay. For free slot play only, $1. And it's light. It's probably aluminum, feels like, or something similar. And then there's a couple old chips. One's a $1, one's a $5, and they actually say MK on them. Interesting. Very interesting. Again, all this is going to go to one person for $1. Here's a deck of cards made in Hong Kong. from the Riviera. Still sealed in plastic. I don't know if they were actually used in the casino or just sold there or just a souvenir. Not sure. And then there's these 2 boxes here. I don't even think I'm going to open them up because I don't want to mess them all up and lose them. But they're just full of all kinds of stamps. So lots of stamps. And from what I can see here, everything I see in here right now are U.S. stamps, but I don't know if they're all U.S. This one actually, it says Luxembourg right there. So there's Luxembourg animals. There's stamps from all over the world. 2 plastic containers full of a whole bunch of stamps. Deck of cards. Bag from Sinatra's 77th, probably 77th birthday party. And then a pile of chips. We got Mission Get Rich at $10. Alfred says $10. Are those the special Mr. K Caesar's Palace chips? I don't know. No, the ones they use at Caesar's, well, maybe they used those at Caesar's back in the day, but no. You got to go in the high limit room for them to call you Mr. K. Let me tell you that. They don't call you anything out on the main floor. They don't call you nothing. I was like, I like stamps. Out $11. August was the best. What was August? Or August was the best what? You mean back in the Coin Club meetings? What was our August meeting? I don't even remember what speaker, if you like that one the best. Apologies for not acknowledging your presence, but hello there, JW Coins and Hobbies. Heck all. Mission Get Rich goes to 12. And then we got one more cool lot after this, donated by Greg Berkovitz, and then after that, it's all 2020 Silver Eagles up for grabs. Are those like stamps? Yeah, stamps. Stamps. Mission Get Rich goes to 12. Alfred goes to 13. I guess I could go through them, but I think it'd be more fun just to go through them on your own. Whoever wins. Be a surprise. But is there anything else I can see through the plastic here that I can help you with? There's some Fort Ticonderoga 3-cent U.S. stamps. There's something says mail order 8-cent U.S. This says Luxembourg animals, and it's in like a holder. There's a whole bunch of stamps, all torn off envelopes in this thing. This looks like what that mail order thing, 100th anniversary of mail order 8-cent stamp. I know that's a U.S. stamp of some type. Giving blood saves lives 6-cent stamp. There's a whole bunch in there. There's got to be 100 stamps in there. There's got to be between the two, somewhere around there, give or take 50, right? Mission Get Rich goes to 15. Mello says lol, and Alfred goes to 17. And thanks Dennis Berry for the donation. Mission Get Rich goes to 20. $22, Alfred. Good thorough. I don't know what that says, Mr. Marvello. I'm sorry, I don't know what that says. Good through. Yo, you want me to go through them, please? Go through them, please? I don't know. Mission Get Rich says out. Alfred's at 22. Dennis is Don's father. Alfred R. gets the bag of fun here. We'll put all that back. See, Alfred, now you can do a stream showing Marmello all the stuff that was inside of this. So you got that to look forward to, Marmello. Alfred's going to do a stream going through all those for you. It took me a few times on that one, though, didn't it, Gringo? It took me a few times to get through that one. You just got to read it out loud and sound it out. You got to you got to sound it out a few times, and usually you can get to it. Lot number 6. This is a 1985 $1 Federal Reserve note. in a GTE paperweight. So this is in plastic. And it's a nice crisp 1985, series 1985. And at the bottom there, it says GTE, the everything pages. And it's a, you know, it's an A note from Boston, Massachusetts. And this starts at $1. If anybody wants a big paperweight of $1 on it. Gringo says $10. Mission says $20. There's only 3 stamps left in New Zealand. What do you mean? Like, you only got, when you go to the post office, you only get 3 choices for stamps. Gringo says 25. And this is like brand new, perfect. There's like a lot of times, like I'm sure Don would say, it's like you in coin shops, in collections, you find all kinds of stuff that was in lucite. You take it, it's usually scratched to hell and looks bad. This is perfect. This is like brand new. All right, only 3 stamps. Mission Get Rich goes to 30. Is GTE a phone company? I don't remember. I don't know if they're around anymore.
They were a local phone company, yes.
They were a phone company? Okay.
Yes, sir.
32 Gringo. That's your birth year, says Mission Get Rich. Awesome. I was like, I never heard of them. $35 Mission. Don't forget to hit that like button, says Dennis Berry. Dennis, thanks again for the donation. That was cool. So the signatures on there are Catherine Ortega and James A. Baker III from the Reagan administration. Marmello says postage for the Canadian Empire, a $7.50 super chat. Hey, thanks, Marmello. Thanks for that. Okay, out, but it's sweet though. So it's basically Verizon then. It became Verizon. Okay, cool. Thanks, Mission Get Rich. And this came in a little plastic Ziploc bag. I'll put it right back in there so it doesn't get any scratches. All right, next up. And all of the rest of the lots are going to be these guys right here. So if you wanted 2020 Silver Eagles, pay attention. Now's your chance. 0.65 a share and dropping. Catch that falling knife, right? Starting at $1, Silver Eagle. Lot 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 are exactly the same as this. So you'll have a few chances to stock up on some Silver Eagles. You don't have to pay shipping for each one. You just will pay one shipping charge total. NCF's going to start us at $29. $30. 35 Luke. So one thing I didn't do in announcements that I have done in previous meetings is we talk about gold and silver prices. They haven't really changed a ton in the last month. They bounced up and down, but the premiums, I think, have even gotten higher for silver and gold. Because, I mean, try to buy this stuff off APMEX. It's just insane prices right now. Even for junk 90% silver, it's like it just seems going up and up. Galen says he'll take one for $40. Thanks again for the bids, everybody. Oh, so for stamps, if it's under 2 pounds, they just give you a little barcode? Oh, we have the option, Marmello, when we go to the post office, we can use a post office like automated machine, and it'll print barcodes and like stickers that we can put on our stuff. Or you can like actually buy real stamps. They got 1 cent, 2 cent. They got pretty much any number you can think of. They got a stamp for it. So, and then they also have forever stamps that are just always good to mail a letter that you just got to pay the current rate. So 40 to Galen V. Thank you very much. And there's another one right there. Lot number 8. Silver Eagle, 2020 Silver Eagle. And these, just so you guys know, got a full roll. I don't even know if it's ever been opened. Got it from the coin shop. And just put them right in 2.5 by 2.5 holders. So they're fresh. Not a mark on them. Not that I noticed, at least. They're pretty. 2020s. Luke's going to try getting one for 35. Galen will send Venmo. I saw you sent some earlier, Galen, so I do appreciate that. So yeah, whatever you get to, and Galen, since I already got a package coming to you, the club's going to charge you nothing for shipping. I'll just have it hitch along with the package I already got going to you. And that goes for anyone else that's bought stuff from me recently or won giveaways from me recently. If I already have a package going out to you, I'm not going to charge you the $5 shipping for this. So now Alfred in Canada, who knows what I'm going to charge him, but we'll figure that out. 35 to Luke. Is that going to hold up? Let's see. All right, Luke's getting one for 35. Thank you. Put that one away for Luke. And we'll go ahead and go on to lot 9. Aztec, you came in just a little bit late. But you know what? We got another one right here. You can start bidding right there. Sorry about that. Starts at $1. 2020 Silver Eagle. Stack Deck says, I'll try 35. I appreciate you guys just jumping the bid right to where they're worth, what they're worth. I was kind of worried that you guys would be going 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, 11, 12. Because at the live coin club meetings, they'll do that to me. They'll just bid every increment up just to take a bunch of time, and they think it's funny. But anyway, Stack Deck is at 35. Let's see if that holds up. I think it will. Marmello, you came in late with a bid of 42.5. You came in just a fraction late there on my screen. I'll refresh just to make sure, but I think you came in just a bit late. Yep, you're after I said sold. You're just a little late on that one, Marmello. Believe me, I wish I could just take that because I want the club to have a couple extra bucks, but I got to be fair. And in this case, I got to be fair to... Who won that? Stack Deck. I got to be fair to Stack Deck. So next up is lot number 10. Well, you got another chance right here, Marmello. Another chance right here. So don't waste time putting in other messages. If you want one, 2020 Silver Eagle right here, lot 10. Sparkle Flare says 35 bucks. How you doing, Sparkle Flare? Do I hear 36 or do I hear 42.50 from Marmello? Do I hear or 40 or $38.69 from Marmello or something weird? But nope, Sparkle Flare's leading it at 35. We'll count it down. And there it is. Marmello, you do not need a 30-second warning. You just need to bid if you want one. I've told you a couple times now. I can't do a 30-second warning. I mean, I had that lot open for over a minute. I had that. Okay, here we go right now. Lot number 11. Here's your 30-second warning, Marmello. Here's your 30-second warning right now for lot number 11. I'm going to type it in chat. 30-second warning. And I'm going to try to time myself. I'm looking at my clock. This one I'm going to close, or I'm going to try to, in about 30 seconds. Okay. But you guys can still feel free to bid. But I'm going to try to close it in about 30 seconds. I'm going to see if this works for Marmello. I'm trying. I'm really, really trying. But you guys can bid. Don't just wait for Marmello to bid, because we might never get to Marmello's bid. We might never get to it because it's already been 20 seconds. There's Marmello at 37. There's Marmello at 37. Holy crap. Okay, now I'm going to start counting it down. It's been 30 seconds. It's been 30 seconds. Holy cow, that actually worked. Congratulations, Marmello. You get that one? 37. All right. Thank you very much for your bids. I do appreciate that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Lot number 12 is next, and you guessed it. And you guessed it. Aztec, you were a little bit late on that one. A little bit late on that one. But we're opening up another one right now. You'll be the first bidder. Open up another one right now. Do I need to do another 30-second warning? I don't think so. I don't think so. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Sparkle Flare goes 35 on this one. Again, it's another brand new, fresh, shiny, purdy, frosty, lustrous, blazer, B-U, T-Fall, Silver Eagle. 5-second count? Marmello, you had time to type in 5-second next. I'm not playing the games. Not playing the games. Aztec needs a 40-second countdown, yeah. Aztec does get in this time at 36. Thank you very much for your bids. Aztec is in at 36. Again, if you've already won stuff in my auctions that I've had, the World Coin Auction this week, I haven't mailed everything out yet. I haven't mailed anything from that out yet, to be honest. So you will not have to pay shipping on these items. I'll add it to those. I'll add it to those packages. Peter Zoll, thank you very much. Congratulations, Aztec. That one is yours. Next up, we're going to get a little crazy. We're going to get a little crazy here on these last 4 lots. This lot right here, lot number 13, is for a pair of 2020 Silver Eagles. A pair of them. 2 coins for 1 money right here. That's what they say. 2 coins, 1 bid. DTT goes to 60. Got a $60 bid now. Anyone? 2 coins for 1 person right here. $60. Rocky's bidding 35. That's what everybody was bidding for 1 coin. This is 2 coins right here. Lot number 13, 2 coins. Bad lag is a true scourge of the 21st. Worst is Mexico for sure. Like, you think Mexico has bad lag or something? I don't know. I've never been to Mexico, and I've never been on their internet in Mexico, so I don't know. Steve Woods is at $66. SoCal was at 64. Steve Woods Coin Quester goes to 67. Remember, those of you that I already owe packages to, I'm not going to charge you the $5 shipping from the club. That's not fair. So Steve Woods goes to 69, dudes. Yeah, SoCal's going to try to buy him at under $35 because he can sell them at the shop for that, for more than that. Marmello goes to $42.55. Okay. Marmello's at $42.55. In my own auctions, I'd tell him, no, you can't bid stupid numbers like that, but this is for the coin club, so I'll accept his bid Well, I can't accept that. It's already at 69. Never mind. What am I talking about? I gotta learn math. So Marmello, that bid is no good. Steve Woods is already at 69. Marmello keeps trying to trip me up. Steve Woods at $69, dudes. Well, I think those just went cheaper than that next then. Especially because I think Steve doesn't even have to do shipping because I owe him a package. Congratulations, Steve. That's those. Next lot is very, very similar. It's just two different ones. Lot number 14. Let me paste the info in. It is for the Coin Club, too. Yeah, these are owned by the Coin Club. The Coin Club bought the roll, and the Coin Club's selling a roll. So there we go. And the Coin Club uses the money not only to cover all the free giveaways we do, but just to use this StreamYard program to connect all the speakers. We pay $25 a month for that. So all the donations that you guys give us are, very, very appreciated. And all the members, thank you. So we got a couple bids of 65, and Sparkle Flare says 66, DTT 67, Luke 68. Luke's going to try getting them for 68. $69, dudes, says Steve Woods. Steve was the first at 69. Michael Bales goes to 70. Sparkle Flare tried getting in there at 69. Michael Bales will try 70. Simmer down now, Marmello. Simmer down now. Luke goes to 71. Two more lots after this. One is for 3 Silver Eagles and one is for 5 Silver Eagles. So there's still a chance to get some group lots coming up. But this is the last group of 2 right here. Going to Luke for 71 so far. Let's see if that holds up because I got crazy lag even on my own. I'm watching this on 2 different devices just to make sure I see bids coming in. They're all 2020s. It was a full roll of 2020s. There's a full roll of 2020s. And we gave 2 of them away, and through all these different auction lots, we're selling 18 of them. So it's a full roll. And there they are. That's what they look like. All right, congratulations to Luke. Next up is lot number 15. And my phone's buzzing like crazy. Let me grab 3 more. Why is my phone buzzing like crazy? Oh, it's Mikey telling me what he had for dinner tonight. Okay, thanks, Mikey. I'll have to update that bot. Remember, I don't think it's going to come up here, but in this lot or the next one, you cannot type in the numbers 88. You can't type in 88. So if you're trying to bid 88, we'll never see it. But DTT goes right to 100. CoinQuester also tried 100. DT&T is first at 100. And on the last lot, I will give a 30-second warning as well. Marmello bids $88,888. Do I hear $88,900? Do I hear $88,900, anyone? No. DT&T is leading at 100. DT&T is leading at 100 right now. Oh, he posted it in Discord, really? Oh, did he put a picture in there? Oh, because I was just getting ready to tell you guys that Mikey had pork chops and baked potatoes for dinner from the hotel, and then he had Dairy Queen ice cream for dessert. But anyway. We got this is only going for $100 for 3 of these. I shouldn't have put them in group lots. I should not have put them in group lots. But that's okay. Oh, Steve goes to 103. Okay. Steve goes to 103 right when I was going to count it down. Thank you for your bids. Yeah, Marmello, we only got one more lot after this. You don't want to get timed out on the last one. Fixer didn't happen, right? Marmello doesn't even know how to spell koala, right? That's believable. Oh, see, I got special information there then, Alfred. I got the bonus info. Now, Michael did bid 104. Did it get in before I typed sold? I think it might have. Let me double check by refreshing. Yes, Michael did get in for 104. I can show you my screen if you need me to. It's kind of a pain in the butt to do that on StreamYard, but Michael is leading at 104. I'm going to type in that to confirm. Bid goes on. Marmello was late, though. Marmello did come in after, but Michael Bales was at 104. So sorry about that, Steve. Thank you guys both for your bids, though. All right, I'm going to try selling it again. I was like, congrats. Steve says 109. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Steve. Do I send an invoice? You need to send me an email first, Stack Deck. Send me an email just so I have somewhere to send the invoice to. And then there you go. Marmello, you're outbid. It's 109 already. Michael Bales goes to 110. Yeah, Stack Deck, if you send me an email, I'll reply with a PayPal invoice. If you'd rather pay somewhere other than PayPal, if you'd rather use Google, Venmo, Cash App, what's the other things? I don't even know. There's a couple other payment things. Cash, money order, check, carrier pigeon. I don't know. Whatever. If you're going to do something else other than PayPal, then just let me know in that email. Just let me know in that email. $111 and out. Okay, so you're at 111. Okay. Steve Woods at 111. How did you know where to send Cash App to? That's what I'm wondering. Did I tell you my Cash App information? I didn't. I hope you actually sent it to me. I don't. Because I don't see any Cash App right now. I don't see Cash App right now, so I didn't see any. I just opened it up on my phone. I don't see a Cash App. All right, so Michael Bale goes to 112. But just send me an email, Stack Deck, and we'll figure it out. Michael Bale's 112, I believe, wins that one. Let's double check. Looks good to me. Congratulations. We'll put those for Michael. And we have one more lot. One more lot here. Let's check this out. A quarter of a roll. 1/4 of a roll. Boom. And boom. Opening bid for $1. I should have did opening bid $5 because usually at the Coin Club the minimum bid is face value, and this is $5. So, but it's 5 ounces of silver. It's all 2020s out of a fresh, brand spanking new roll. Beautiful. NCF goes right to $1.55. Not kidding around. I'm gonna go check out the website. All right, Stack Deck. I'll check for that email, and then I might not get back to you guys tonight. It's already kind of late. But by the end of the day tomorrow, I hope to have everything out of my hands and in on your end. I hope to have everything, all invoices out for not only my World Coin sale I did this week, because I only got about half the invoices out for that so far. I'm planning on it. So Marmello goes to 159. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. DTT was up there at 170. I missed his bid. Sorry. DTT is at 170. That came in quick. Didn't even see that. I'm sorry. DTT's leading at 170. Steve Woods goes to $175. Organizers thinking the same. Don't have that emoji. What's he saying? Oh, one more. I mean, I do have another roll of silver. I got a couple more rolls of Silver Eagles if you want me to just pick. I mean, I'll sell them to the Coin Club at my cost, and then we can keep selling Silver Eagles if you guys really need more Silver Eagles. You know what? How about this? If anybody win, and hopefully you're not gone by now, if any of you have won Silver Eagles tonight and you want more Silver Eagles than what you won, just let me know in your email. And I'll try to hook you up. All right, Marmello's at 179, and I don't know exactly the price. I mean, if you want the 2020s like these that look perfect, they'll be a little more. But I even have I have some older ones, like I think they're 2001s or 2000s, or maybe they're even 99s, that are a little bit banged up, but they're still 1 ounce silver. I might be even able to do those a hair cheaper. If you need more Silver Eagles, I'll try to do my best to hook you up, and I'll probably end up being cheaper than the damn coin shop because I don't keep up with the premiums as much. 1 cheeseburger per 8. It better be a good cheeseburger. 179 Marmello. Does that go for you too, Hank? I don't know about Hank. He won a Silver Eagle. I can't match that price, Hank. I can't match 0. Marmello's leading at 179. I believe that's correct. Didn't even give him a 30-second warning. Steve Woods goes to 180. I didn't even give him a 30-second warning, but he's in it. Steve Woods at 180. Oh, man, I'm telling you, if they looked exactly like the picture that Mikey sent me, it's like, I kind of want one. I might trade one. Or I was like, he's going to bid a damn 185. Okay. Remember, you do not have to win every single lot, okay? You don't have to, so don't feel bad. No one's pressuring you to bid. If you want to bid that, we're happy to have your bids, but don't get upset about bidding that much, please. I don't want anyone to ever feel bad about their purchases or bad about supporting either my channel or the Coin Club, whichever it may be. So, or as you're getting chicken from Chick-fil-A, dude, that sounds good. That sounds pretty good. Steve is out. He's excited. He's not lagging now, right? I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. And should I start a 30-second countdown right after I type 1? Just to get it. No, I'm not going to do that, of course. I'll even type in sold. Well, I tried typing sold in twice, and somewhere in there, Michael Bales bid 186. Let me refresh to see if that came in. I think it did. It actually came in before I typed in sold. So Michael Bales is leading at 186. And I'm sorry, I wish I could do this more real time and I wouldn't have to refresh each time, then would never even be typing sold in. But the way YouTube works in the chats lately, it's just so much lag on everybody's end. He is in. Yep. I'm typing that in right now. Michael Bales leading at 186. Bid goes on. Just trying to type that in because Marmello thought he won. He did not win yet. So, Marmello, if you were feeling bad about having to bid 185, Michael Bales just bailed you out, for lack of a better way to say it. Pun was intended, though. Michael Bales leading at 186. I do not have any Peru. Actually, Alfred, that's not true. I had a really cool Peru Sol that we sold. Not Sol, was it? Or was it a dinero? I had a really cool Peru coin we sold in the auction this week. I just bought a collection of Peruvian silver coins this week as well that I didn't tell anybody about. So, and some of them are some key dates and really cool ones. I'm excited about it. And those, I don't know if I'm going to just add those to like one of the World Kilo, or maybe I'll do that as a separate auction. But there's some good stuff in there. Like a couple of the coins should be worth over $100 each. There's some good ones in there. Never tell anybody your last bid. Did someone say their last bid? Michael goes to 190. Guys, thanks guys for the support of the club. That means a lot to me that you guys are supporting the club this much for these. That's awesome. But really, when you think about it, I mean, I see some places online and in other auctions, they sell these for $40 or more a coin easy. So we're still under $40 a coin. So not too bad. No problem, Marmello. No problem. Thank you for your bids. Thanks, organizers. Michael Bales, I think you're going to get that unless Marmello was just tricking you. Michael Bales, congratulations. You got yourself a little pile of Silver Eagles coming your way. All right. Very, very good. And I don't have any other activities planned for this meeting. I think we're pretty much Peruvian coins are pretty cool. That overdate. Yeah, there's a couple overdates in the mix that I bought too. So I haven't got them yet. Marmello tried bidding 199. Come on, Marmello. You were too late on that one. You were too late. I didn't give you the 30-second countdown. I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't get that. But no, there's some cool ones. But I don't know. Don, did you have anything else for this evening? Or are we going to tell everyone?
No, not for me.
Tell everyone good night and have a great weekend. And maybe we'll play some games later on the gaming channel. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe we need to take a trip on the Minecraft server and go down to the castle to see what Don's been up to. Or I don't know if he's been on at all anyway, but he's been pretty busy this week, I'm sure. 500 for the Peru collection? You already want... You don't even know what's in there, Don. Unless you saw me buy it. You don't even know what's in there, dude. Don't care what's in there? Okay. Well, no, I won't sell it for 500. I think it's worth quite a bit more. But it's 31 coins. 31 beautiful coins.
It's how many coins?
31.
Only 31 coins? That's it?
Only 31. Well, a couple of them are worth over $100 a piece. No doubt. No doubt. Might have to send a couple in for grading. I don't know. Well, I'll be excited to go through it once I get it. Hopefully they are what they said they are. Yeah. All right. Minecraft update for Don, says Marmello. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to play later, but thanks again, Golden Fire, Steve, Nick. Thanks for being here again. Glad we can do something for it. Marmello wants to bid 750 pounds on the stuff. No. I would probably sell it for that.
Excuse me.
What?
Rude.
Outbidding you? Is that what's rude?
Yeah.
Well, you weren't winning. I'll tell you that.
Oh.
Another thing I bought recently, Don, you might like these. You know that 500 lira Italian coin with the ships on it? I had one of those in the auction.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I got it right here. Because I haven't bagged it up yet. One of these.
Yeah.
I just bought a whole bunch of these. So I might have some of these available. So
nice.
All different dates and fun stuff. Like maybe about 100 of them. So that's cool. All right. Please ask Don now, says Marmello. $5 super chat for Marmello. You know what? If we keep just dragging on and talking, the club earns a little more money, Don. Did you know that?
That's right. Yeah.
Marmello just sent another $5. He wants to know how's the update of the castle going on Minecraft.
I rage quit last time I died. For the moment.
Do you need another pick and a set of armor?
I need another everything.
Well, hopefully you don't know where my secret room's at because I got all my stuff in there. So.
No idea.
Okay, good. It's not like I showed it on my stream like 10 times. But.
Oh, well, see, there you go.
All right, Ambeth, great stream. $5 super chat. Thanks, Kittle and Don. Papers, please. If like papers, please. I don't think we're going to be playing that tonight, Ambeth. I don't think so. But what's Don planning for digging in the future? Says Marmello. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Alfred says need to finish that auto sorter.
I did. Unless you want it bigger.
So real quick, while we got you, we're all curious because I asked about it. What happens if you put something that it doesn't sort? Does it just like go into the last box anyway, or?
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't. I was always real careful of only putting stuff that belong in there. I don't know.
Yep.
He says it's done, Alfred. He says it's done. So.
Well, unless he wants it bigger. I can do it bigger. It's easy.
Marmello with another $5 New Zealand super chat with the gaming controller critical hit. Okay. He's like, I don't even play the game when I've seen your secret room on Minecraft. I'm like, exactly. Everybody knows where it's at. All right. Everybody, I'm not going to waste too much more time with anybody. We're going to go ahead and end the stream. Thanks again for being here. We'll be back here in about a month, the second Friday of May, which, if I pull up my calendar, is only a week before my birthday. The second Friday is May 14th. It's because the first Friday is the 7th. Second Friday is May 14th. We'll have another Coin Club meeting. So there. How you like them apples? And John Duff will be speaking to us all. So John Duff will be doing a presentation on, I think he's doing it on toy money. So play money, which will be kind of interesting. I know it'll be interesting because I've seen a lot of it. All right, everybody. Good night. Thanks again. And we'll see you the next time.
See ya.